Zoe Ball has best relationship with special person after quitting BBC Radio 2 breakfast show. Zoe Ball has been enjoying a quieter pace of life over recent months since leaving her BBC Radio 2 show in December, and is said to have picked up a job with her ex-husband, Norman Cook, at his Hove coffee shop. The former couple parted ways in 2016 but have maintained a tight-knit friendship, with Norman, also known as Fatboy Slim, reportedly enlisting his ex-wife to help out at his seaside eatery, the Big Beach Cafe, which he bought in 2013. And a source tells OK that the 61-year-old DJ has been a pillar of support for Zoe, 54, over the past 12 months, after she lost her mum to cancer last April and subsequently temporarily stepped away from her radio career. Zoe relies on Norman so much, they've got one of the best relationships after marriage, our source claimed. He is such a support to her. Zoe has had so many sad times and is still grieving, she really has been through the mill. Zoe's mum, Julia, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 12 weeks before her death last spring. Announcing the sad news of her passing via Instagram with a message to her late parent, Zoe wrote, "Thank you for teaching us how to love unconditionally, to always show courage and empathy, and how, even in the darkest of days, laughter is the greatest of gifts. We are bereft without you but will hold so tight to each other." And our source says Norman has been by Zoe's side every step of the way as she grapples with grieving her mum. He has been her complete rock, they said. He's supportive, caring and kind. The couple, who share children Woody 24, and 15-year-old Nellie together, separated 17 years after their 1999 wedding, with their divorce eventually finalized in 2020. While many exes grapple with bitter divorces and awkward co-parenting, Zoe and Norman went the opposite direction and became the best of friends following their split. Talking in 2023, Norman praised his ex-wife for keeping him grounded at the height of his fame throughout the 2000s and admitted she always kept him in check. "We were both quite good at keeping each other's feet on the ground because it's hard when everyone's saying, 'Here, have this, take this, drink this, you're brilliant.' It's hard to keep some kind of limit and say, 'I am actually a human being, not a superstar.' I think we probably saved each other a lot of bother," said Norman. Zoe even moved closer to Norman last August as she is said to have packed up her Sussex home for a townhouse between Brighton and Hove. The move came just months before she decided to part ways with her popular slot on BBC Radio 2's breakfast show, handing the reins over to replacement Scott Mills as she shared her desire to focus on family. And since then, she appears to be enjoying a slice of the quieter life working alongside Norman at his beach cafe. Their son Woody recently admitted it was strange seeing his parents, who were known for their party-hard lifestyle in the early noughties, settled into a slower pace of living. "In the last 5 years, it's been funny watching my parents take up gardening, both of them. These crazy party people I grew up with are now gardening, making puzzles and working in the local cafe," he said in a recent interview. Woody added he was over the moon when Zoe left her breakfast show presenting duties behind, due to their conflicting schedules. "There were a lot of times when we were on literally the opposite schedules, so to have a bit more togetherness and be able to see each other more is nice," he said. However, not one to sit still for long, BBC Radio 2 has now confirmed Zoe will return to the airwaves with a new Saturday show on the station, which will see her host from 1 to 3 p.m. every weekend, kicking off in May. Sharing the news, head of Radio 2 Helen Thomas revealed, "Zoe is one of the UK's most loved presenters, so I'm thrilled to announce she has a new home on Radio 2 on Saturday lunchtimes. Plus she'll be hosting various specials for us throughout the year." Our source says Norman was one of the people who pushed her to get back on the radio. "Zoe is great at what she does, people miss her on Radio 2 and want her back. Norman is the first to say, 'You are the best at this and you've got to do what you love.' It doesn't feel like work because she loves it so much. He wants the best for Zoe and it's a really lovely relationship."